We are recording, so make sure you don't say anything too inappropriate. Cameron, look at you. Huh? I would say Jimmy, but he's not here. All right, so before we get into this too much, first thing I want to talk about is your quizzes from yesterday. Overall, your speaking quizzes were relatively good. One of the things I like about teaching Spanish with the style that Chesapeake does is that you are given credit for being understandable. It's like when my toddler says, "Daddy, I'm brooming the floor," or "We went to the store today." Okay? Like, I know what the kid's saying. You're understandable. So most of you guys should have scored between like a 70 and an 80. There are a couple of 90s and 100s in here. But once again, being that understood is a good thing. I wasn't looking for like super complex grammar. I wasn't being like super nitpicky about like, oh, you used this verb wrong, your gender was wrong. In the rubric it says sometimes uses things inappropriately. First off, there's a difference in inappropriately and explicitly. Inappropriate is like you use ser instead of a star, like yo estoy guapo, I am good looking, versus yo soy guapo, which is I am good looking, permanently. Okay? That's not saying like you made a story that was completely not kid appropriate. Okay? So explicit versus appropriate. Sorry, that term was unclear to one of my other kids and I want to explain it to you guys. So, moving on from there, now take out your whiteboards. Once you've logged into Nearpod, I want you to grab a whiteboard and I want you to translate this from English to Spanish. Yes, Dan? All right. In Spanish class, it said how in Spanish. Lamaya. In Spanish class. In Spanish, do we go subject then adjective or adjective then subject? For example, English, the pretty girl, or is it girl who's pretty in English? Pretty girl. The smart girl. The silly boy. The hardworking boy. But in Spanish, we go subject first. So what comes after in? So this is my in the. Keep going, Maya. Clase. Now how do I say of Spanish in Spanish? De Español. In la clase de Español, Bobby sits down. Mackenzie, Bobby sits down. Close. Bobby, remember, like to sit down. Have you guys ever heard someone say, "Sit yourself down"? Have you ever heard somebody say that to you?
Yes.
Haley's like, "Oh yeah, I was a terrible child." Okay? So, it's an old English way of saying sit yourself down. Spanish still does that. It's reflexive. So, Bobby se siente. Bobby sits himself down. Okay? That's our first sentence. The teacher opens the door. How do I say the teacher, Caitlin? El or la. What did you say for teacher, Caitlin? Okay, el. What's the next word? Profesor. If you said it was a female, profesora, then how do I say opens the door? Opens the door. Dylan. What'd you say? So the word to open is what, Gwenny? Abre. And what's the word for door? Haley, the good one? Abre la puerta. En la clase de español, Bobby se sienta Y la profesora, or el profesor, or la profesora, abre la puerta. Bobby stands up. Hunter.
Bobby se levanta.
Bobby se levanta. If you remove the se from the back, it goes to the front. It's reflexive. I'm going to talk about that here in a minute again, okay? Bobby se levanta. He stands up. Everything okay over there? Yeah? Okay. The teacher yells. How do I say the teacher yells? Shannon, the teacher yells. What's the word to yell, guys? Anybody remember? Cameron, help us out. Grita. So, Shannon, how do I say yell again? All right, now, Shannon, how do I say he likes? Le gusta. All right, Shannon. Now, if le gusta is to him, it is pleasing. How do I say grita, but I do it to him? If le gusta means to him, it is pleasing. What do I take from le gusta and add to grita to say the professor yells at him? All right, listen to the question again. If le gusta means to him, it is pleasing. What part of this means to him? Shannon, up here. Le. So if I put el profesor yells at him, what would I put here? Le. Yeah. The professor yells, le grita. Okay. Now how do I say sit down, Hannah? Siéntate. It's a weird one. It's got an exclamation point, it's got an accent, it's a whole bunch of nasty, angry rage. Okay. So, let's talk about some words that you guys have heard in Spanish, but don't understand them. That's awesome. So, why are you a patient first? Oh, I sprayed myself with whiteboard pen in the face. Alright. So, let's talk a little about some grammar before we go into our lesson. It's really going to bother you, isn't it? Okay. In Spanish, there are verbs like levantarse. Okay? Levantarse. This se right here at the end of a verb. Does anybody know what that does to it grammatically? And if you don't know, that's okay. Let's try this. Oh, yeah, Dylan. To him or to her, yeah. Let's try this one. Dana, who brushes your teeth?
Me.
You sure?
Yeah.
So how do you say, I brush my teeth? In English.
I brush my teeth.
Okay. So if I were to tell you, we're going to use a basic word, but the word to brush, let's use the word to clean. Lavar means to clean. Like if I clean the dishes, lavo, I take the AR off and I go, lavo los platos. I clean the dishes. But if I clean my own teeth, it goes from lavar, which means to clean, and I add that se on there. Now, Dana, let's focus on your teeth right now. If I do this, Dana, se lava, that is, he or she se lava sus dientes. Remember the dentista? De dientes. He or she cleans their teeth. Dana, how would I fix it to say I clean my teeth? I need to change this, and I need to change this. What do I change it to?
You would change the first one to me, right?
Yep, you are correct. Keep going.
And then you would add the SE at the end of that one?
No, you're
No?
close. Help her out. When I'm doing something in Spanish, what happens to the last letter of
Change it to a O.
it changes to an O. So it becomes what?
Lavo.
Me lavo mis dientes. I brush my teeth because you don't want to have somebody else do it, right? Like, I love my wife, but in the 1,000 years I'm married to her, she's never brushed my teeth. Because, ew. Alright? Now, every day you come into class, what do I say to you first? What is it on the board?
Hug a unicorn.
No. On your way into class, on your way out of class.
You lost a smile.
I say this. What does me mean again?
Me.
Me. And what does duele mean? What does me duele, mi todo mean? What does me duele, mi todo mean? Dígame. My everything hurts is like the meaning of it. Notice how I asked, what does it mean? Me duele, mi todo. It translates to me, it hurts my all. Not a huge difference, right? Is this reflexive? Is duele reflexive? Or is this indirect object? Do you see an SE on the end here? Or do you see nothing on the end there? Do you see an SE on the front here? What do you see, Haley Bishop? Neither. So if you don't see the SE here, that means it's not reflexive. It's not doing to itself. Like, I am not hurting myself. If I am, I should probably seek help. Okay? But my body is hurting me because yesterday I did yard work. My body is hurting me because I have the flu and my joints hurt. My body is hurting me because I've done something to it to make it hurt me. But I'm not hurting myself. My body is hurting me. Indirect. My body, the indirect object, is hurting me. Reflexive. I'm doing it to myself. I'm brushing my teeth. I'm cleaning my body. I'm combing my hair. All those are reflexive. Now, how many of you guys are like, why on earth am I suffering through this painful grammar lesson? Go ahead, be real. How many of us are like, I can't stand this grammar lesson? How many of us are like, oh, I love this. This is my favorite way of learning Spanish. Really? Okay. You have just been through what I would call a grammar crash course. You will have classes in the future where teachers will do this to you. And I'm sorry. Okay? But if I say this, me dice. What does dice mean, Caitlin? Says. And what does me dice mean, Mackenzie? What does me mean? What does me mean? So, what does dice mean again, Dylan? So if I say me dice, what am I saying, Deshaun? Okay. Listen again, Deshaun. I think I lost you there a second ago. What does dice mean, Addison? Says. What does me mean again, Haley?
Me. To me.
To me. So if dice means says, and me means to me, what does me dice mean? How about this? Tu madre me dice, tu madre me dice. Does that help? No? Your mom says, yeah, your mom says to me. Deshaun.
I was doing it wrong.
And that's perfect. You figured it out though. Excellent. Great job. Okay, I'm serious. Okay? Deshaun, would it have helped you one bit if I were to say, this is an indirect object pronoun? No, it wouldn't. But as we built the structure around it, you got it. That is how you learn the language. My 2-year-old still says, I'm brooming the floor. Daddy, we are the grocery store. Okay? The grammar is not quite perfect, but I know what she's saying. And guess what? Your grammar is not perfect either. If you got 100 on that last quiz, you had mistakes, and that's okay. If you got a 75, you had mistakes, and that's okay. I did not nitpick whether Shannon was like L or La or Ayos. I didn't do that. Because that does not produce Spanish speakers. That produces angry kids and angry teachers, and I just don't have the energy for it. All right. So, at this time, let's all go to our Chromebooks and try this lesson out. So, I'm going back to Nearpod to see if I can get it to work for me, for you guys to do a lesson. So I want you to do a collaboration. I want you to read the instructions. Can somebody, do you guys see it or no?
Kind of. It was waiting for teacher's input.
Okay. In Spanish, describe someone in the classroom. Post your name at the end. Do not post your name, it'll post it for me. Okay? So if you've joined us here, go ahead and start posting your sticky notes. You should post Okay, so we already know it's not Addison, it's not Layla, it's not Haley. You know, it's Haley. ¿Quién es? All right, so let's see. Who wants to guess who Cameron thinks in this classroom is not smart? Hunter, ¿quién?
You?
Cameron, did you pick me?
I'm not saying.
No, it's okay. You can make fun of me in my class. I don't care.
You're welcome, Cameron.
It's better than picking a student.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's me. Good choice. So Cameron thinks I'm dumb. Fair enough. Okay, Hunter says, Hunter just needs to add he is, él es muy impaciente, también es divertido. What does the word impaciente mean? ¿Qué significa impaciente, Dana?
Impatient.
And ¿qué significa divertido? Hannah? Divertido? Divertido? That would be diferente, yeah. Divertido, Layla? Yeah, so this person's impatient and fun. All right, now. L or Aya? What do you think, Addison? L or Aya? So is it a guy or a girl that Hunter's talking about? Who is he talking about? Who wants to guess? Deshaun, who is it? Is it me?
Did they have to be in this room, like, right
They
now?
have to be in this room. A student in this class normally, ideally. If you
Oh,
would-
okay.
So it's somebody in this room.
Yeah.
It's not me. It's not me, Deshaun. Who else could it be? Shannon.
Jenny.
Or yeah, Shannon. Who do you think it is? Is it Peyton? It's Peyton. Hey, you guys know each other really well. That's awesome. All right. Lamaya says, él es muy simpático y muy alto. Well, that's definitely not Mr. Kohler. All right. Lamaya, él es muy simpático y muy alto. Who are we talking about? L or Aya?
Okay.
L. And simpático. What does simpático mean? ¿Qué significa simpático? It comes from that. It means kind or friendly. Simpático. Okay? And is alto. So, real quick. All my tall guys. Altos. Arriba. Levántense. ¿Alguien más? Alex, ¿eres alto or no? Okay, so our two tall guys are here. Lamaya, is it Shannon? Is it Sean? Okay. If you're a little shorter than them, what was that? You didn't pick a person? You didn't understand the assignment. Isn't there something like, I understood the assignment? You didn't understand the assignment. All right. So, fail! Horrible! The worst ever! Lamaya, read the instructions! But the Spanish is amazing. Okay? So I can't be too mad at you. So, you know what? Let's just change that. Good job, Lamaya. All right. Deshaun says, no tiene amigos. So, Deshaun is saying somebody doesn't have friends. It's me? Man, you guys hate me. Like, all the other classes actually picks kids in the room. You guys seem to really just be on my case today. Fair enough. Huh? I gave us an option. Fair enough, I deserve it. Caitlin says, él es inteligente y simpático. Okay? Definitely not Mr. Kohler, because I'm not nice. And I'm not very smart, as Cameron said. Okay? So, let's see who it is.
It's not Hunter.
Who do you think it is? Evan. Guess. It's the guy in the room.
Oh, guy?
Who is inteligente and simpático? I like the way you like it, Sean and then Alex, and we kind of look
No,
at our
Sean's
feet.
not nice.
Probably Alex, maybe?
Alex? Is it Alex? You failed too! You didn't pick a person? Come on! You followed Lamaya down the wrong path. Spanish is amazing though. Alright. Evan says LS Loco.
You.
Okay? Who do you think it is, Layla? LS Loco. Alright, she doesn't know. Who do you think it is, Denasia? Peyton? Is it Peyton? No, it's not Peyton. Who do you think it is, Mackenzie? ¿Quién es? ¿No sabe? ¿Quién es?
You.
Senior Kohler? Alright, from now on, just if I call yours up and it's me, let's pick somebody else.
Don't.
You are in the room.
I know, but like...
You said someone in the room, otherwise I would have picked Peyton.
I thought I picked somebody. And I put something in his name.
Okay, Dylan's is.
Alright, let's do, really, Dana? Dana says, él es le gusta color rojo, gris y azul.
Wait,
You
where's
can
that?
describe what they like.
Where's that?
Dana says, él le gusta los colores rojo, gris y azul. This guy likes rojo, gris y azul. What color is gris, by the way? Hunter?
Right?
Gris?
Right?
Yeah, gris is great. And rojo is what, Penny?
Right.
Penny Gwynny? There we go. Red. And azul is what color? Alex? Blue. So Dana describes guys with the colors they like. All right, I guess that's what I'm doing it. Kid S. Who do you think it is? Deshaun. Is it Shannon?
No.
It's not Shannon. Shannon doesn't like those colors. Or if he does, it's not the guy she was thinking of. Who is it? Haley the bad one.
Oh no, I was gonna go Shannon too.
All right. Who do you think it is? Alex. Is it Cameron?
No.
Is it a real person in the room?
No.
Another E! Failed the assignment!
We have no one or it's Mr. Kohler.
Huh?
It's either no one or Mr. Kohler.
Well, I'm trying to find somebody else. Here we go. This is not me. Sean says, él es muy atlético y cómico y tiene muchos amigos. También es alto.
It's Jim.
Hey, Sean. Jimmy is not tall.
It says tall.
Alright, Jimmy's not in the room.
Sean.
Alright. And also, I mean, Jimmy's funny, but I wouldn't say he's like tall. Okay? So, who we got? Who we got?
Shannon.
Is it Shannon? Shannon, you are described as funny, athletic, and having lots of friends. Positive things from friend Sean. Alright. Ah, here we go. Layla. Layla picked a girl. Thank goodness.
It's still could be Mr. Kohler. It's still could be Mr.
Still
Kohler.
me. If you can't tell the difference, you should talk to your parents. Layla Hilario ella es rubia, not Layla, but the person she's describing, es rubia y muy inteligente. Ella tiene she has the likes.
No, it was, I was gonna put something else, but then I did.
Right, ella tiene what?
No.
Novios, gatos.
Okay.
Huh? Tiene muchos.
It was supposed to be like.
Oh. Ella le gusta estudiar, nadar y ayudar. What does ayudar mean? What does ayudar mean, Guinevere?
No,
What does
I don't-
ayudar mean, Cam?
Hmm?
Ayudar? What does ayudar mean, Haley Bishop? What does ayudar mean, Dylan? Alright, I'll give you a hint. I fall into a hole in the ground and I yell very loudly because I'm stuck in this well in the bottom of the ground. Ayúdame!
Help.
Helpful.
What does ayúdame mean?
Help.
Ayúdame.
Help you.
Okay.
Help.
So,
Help me.
ayudar means what now, Dana?
Help me.
Help me.
There we ayúdame means help me. Ayudar means what, Addison?
Helpful.
To help or is helpful. So, who is she talking about?
Addison.
Addison. Deshaun's like, duh. Only blonde in the room.
No, that's not.
Haley's blonde.
I'm born.
It's one or two blondes in the room. My apologies.
I am too.
I identify as blonde.
Moving on, because I'm not touching any of that.
Can you accept my
What was that?
Can you approve mine?
Oh, I did.
Put a new one.
No, I wouldn't know that.
Come on.
All right. So at this time,
Oh, can we just guess? Wait, is this like a grade?
no,
Okay, good.
you're matching.
Matching what?
It should be matching, right? There should be a whole bunch of words over the place. You click on ones that match.
I don't give them a matching.
So there's words in English and words in Spanish. You're matching them together.
Oh, like what they mean?
No, what they.
I'm asking.
I see what you mean now about the blonde thing. Yes. It's okay. They're only like $500 headphones you can throw on the floor.
Those are $500 headphones.
No. I give you guys nothing that's more.
Would you
than
buy them from the
$50.
alleyway?
Alleyway? eBay. It's a new alleyway feature. Go ahead.
Not too
Alright, Jaden's got 4 of them, Shannon's got 2, Alex has got 5, Lila has 11, Caitlin has 6, Haley has 11. Haley's a good one or the bad one? The bad one. Caitlin has 3 so far.
sorry, I just got 4 more people.
Oh, crap. Have a great day.
But there's